So what is estate planning? Estate planning is a systematic plan to distribute one's estate according to one's wishes in future. The ultimate goal of estate planning is to fulfill the estate owner's wishes as closely as possible. Why have an estate plan? Why should you have an estate plan? The first and the primary reason is to clearly give one's property as per your wishes and desires, so that your property is transferred as per your wishes and desires. But the question is, supposingly you die without telling your wish, you pass away without telling your wish, you pass away without making a will or a trust, then will your property still be divided or not divided? Will it still be distributed or not distributed? It would still be distributed. But now it will not be distributed as per your wishes and desires. It would be distributed as per the law. And the law in India depends on the religion you follow. If you are a Hindu, it would be distributed as per the Hindu Succession Act 1956. If you are a Muslim, as per the Muslim Succession Act 1937. And if you are a Christian, as per the Indian Succession Act 1925. And you might say, okay, it would still be distributed. So why should I bother about estate planning? I just told you, if you do not tell your wishes, it is as per the law. And the law is same for all individuals belonging to that group. The law is same for all Hindus. And it would have a system of division, which may not be as per your wish or as per the requirement of your family. So if you do not tell your wish, it might be against your wish. That's the first reason. The second reason is, these laws which are called the succession laws, they cause complications. They cause complications. For example, sometimes it becomes even difficult to find which of these laws is applicable on me. For example, a Hindu marries a Christian. A Hindu marries a Christian. Now, what law is applicable on the children? If a Hindu marries a Christian, what law is applicable on the children? The Hindu Succession Act or the Indian Succession Act? The Christian law or the Hindu law? And you cannot say, okay, before answering this question, remember two things. Number one, India is a secular country. That means all religions are equal. That means all religions are equal. And second, in India, there is something called gender equality. That means both male and female are equal. Now tell me which law is applicable. The answer is not so simple. But the answer has to be provided by the law. And the law would base its answer on several facts. The first fact is, how did these two people marry? Did they marry as per the Hindu marriage protocols, the Hindu marriage way, or did they marry through the Christian way? So did they take those rounds around the fire and took those fere, Or did they go to some church and took those vows, I do kind of thing? First question the court would ask that. Second, they will ask that how have they named these children? Have they named them as Ram or Sham or John or Abraham? It makes a difference. Do these children usually go to a church or to a temple? After these children were born, what religious ceremony was done for them? Was a Janeu ceremony done for them? Or were they baptized in a church? And depending on the answers to these questions, the court would decide whether this person, the child of this couple, an inter-religion married couple, is a Hindu or a Christian. But for the child, it is not a matter of being a Hindu or a Christian. It doesn't matter to him whether I am a Hindu or a Christian. What really matters is, what will I get if I am declared as a Hindu, not a Christian? And what would I get if I am declared as a Christian, not a Hindu? Because you will not get the same. Because these laws give different things to the successors, to the inheritors. So if the court says to these children that you are a Hindu, then the child would have to share his father's wealth equally with his mother and grandmother. So he has a mother, he is a grandmother, and he is the only child. So the child ends up getting 1/3 of the father's wealth. Another 1/3 goes to his grandmother and another 1/3 goes to his mother. That is when he is a Hindu. But if the court says, no, you are not a Hindu, you are a Christian, then as per the Christian Act, the child gets 2/3 and his mother gets 1/3. So the child would say, I have never ever went to a temple. I always go to a church. Why? Going to church is giving him more money. And when it comes to money, usually religion takes a back seat. But this problem, whether the child was a Hindu or a Christian, arose because his father failed to create an estate plan. His father failed to create a will. If his father would have created a properly developed will, this question would not have arisen, whether he is a Hindu or a Christian, because then it is as per the will. So if you do not have an estate plan, you leave behind complications because of the applicability of the succession law. The last reason is to minimize disputes in the family after death, so that the chances of disputes in your family is minimized. We should create an estate plan. Many people I have met tell me that their children have such good relations amongst themselves that they will never ever fight for their assets. They say they have such good character, they are such selfless creatures that they will never ever fight over my assets. To such parents, I ask one question. When they were young, when they were kids, and you bought them toys, did they fight over the toys you brought them? When they were young kids and you bought them toys, Did they fight over the toys? And if your children could not share their toys when they were young and you were alive, what makes you believe that they will be able to share their inheritance when they are now matured, have a family, have a spouse, and you are not there? So please, as parents, as wealth owners, as holders of property, do not assume agreement among siblings. Do not assume agreement among children, but try to create one. So, if you want to minimize disputes in the family after death, create an estate.
Reach out today and let's do it professionally.